Thank you, John. And welcome back, colleagues. After your tea, I hope you don't feel sleepy. Well, our next presentation, which is a mLearning Symposia, is on mobile learning. I guess most of us have heard about mobile learning in the recent past, and we've seen a group of staff working on this. Today's presentation, we have, well, some of the staff shied away. I don't know why. Rao and Totaram, they shied away, but we still have some Enthu people here. So I'll just quickly introduce them. We have Dinesh Kumar from SIMS. We have Sanjit, he's a research assistant, and we have Rona, another research assistant which we have. So they will assist me in this symposium. And of course, joining online, we have Rosie. Hi, Rosie.
Hi, Dr. Vivian.
How are you doing, Rosie?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Okay, not bad. Would you like to greet the audience for us?
Oh, sure. On behalf of the mLearning team, I would like to say Malolele, Fayexia, Bula, Namaste, Kia Rana, Talofa Lava, and hello to everyone here today. Everyone looks awesome to me from up here.
Thanks, Rosie. Well, I love how she says Namaste. Okay. Well, let's start off by looking at what is mLearning, and again we have Rosie in a different attire here. So, Rosie, what is mLearning?
Yes, Dr. Vivian, most of you know mLearning is the abbreviation of mobile learning. mLearning is a subset of distance learning and e-learning. mLearning is simply the extension of e-learning practice through which mobile technology allows a greater degree of access to learning resources. To make it more simple, it is the usage of mobile devices to learn and access any learning services from anywhere and anytime.
Okay, well, basically what she said was that mLearning is an extension of e-learning with the inclusion of mobile devices. Yeah? And maybe the set is also, it could be argued that maybe mLearning will subsume e-learning in the near future, like how email has subsumed mails. Okay, so why mobile learning? Why is university getting into mobile learning? What's in there for us? Well, basically the first thing to note is the growing population of mobiles. We can see nowadays almost everybody carries a mobile with them. That's the first thing. If you look into the region, it was surveyed that the ratio of PCs to staff, or to students, is about 10 to 1. However, if you look at mobiles, it's almost 1 to 1. And if I go back to what VC was saying in the morning, he said we should align our delivery, our courses, our programs to what students have with them, or how students want to be served. And I guess if you look at the population of mobiles, and that our students, almost all of them have mobiles, it should give us that idea that yes, we should try now to have education through the mobiles. Now let's look at some benefits of mobile learning, especially in our region.
Well, Doctor, there are many benefits and advantages of mobile learning in the Pacific region. One is, students get timely notifications and access to services and information from whichever place they are located, as long as there is a network coverage.
That's very true, and we have been using that so far. Is there anything else?
Oh yes, there are more. Another is 24/7 access to conventional e-learning resources such as lecture notes, online instructional materials and other learning contents. Also, mobile learning enhances interactivity and contact teaching situations as an alternative to books, computers and even classrooms where learners are widely dispersed. For more benefits on mLearning in the Pacific region, visit this link.
Well, we have this link for mobile learning in our university. So please, for those of you who have not gone much into mobile learning, if you want to know more, please get into this site and you'll find out a number of useful documentation, and you'll find the whole list of the benefits of mobile learning. One thing which was really picked up by Rosie is that it engaged students who are widely dispersed. Now this is very, very relevant to our students because they are, you can see, from 12 different countries, widely dispersed. And this is one way, mobile learning is one way they can be connected. And of course, we can take our services and products to them. Now, maybe for those who are new to this mLearning at USP, a little bit of history. We started mLearning in 2010. We tried to pilot that in two courses. It was one of the maths course, MA 101, and one of the IS course, IS 122. Yes. That was in 2010, and after that, looking at the success of that project, of that pilot project, in 2011, VC formed the mLearning team, USP-wide, which had representation from all the different sections, and it has representation from all regional campuses as well. I will not go a lot into other details because it's coming in after this. So let's look at the data. Let's look at the survey results that came out from 2010 and 2011. Dinesh?
Thanks, Vivian. He has already explained to you about our humble beginning for the mLearning project in 2010. Until, it was actually in a project in 2010, until at the end of the year when it was given formal recognition by the VC. Since then, we have been actually doing a lot of work, and we have been passionate about the various projects that we have been doing. However, one of the surveys, or the initial mLearning surveys that was conducted, of the many important findings that were given in that, one of the findings was, which proved very useful for our mLearning project, was to actually find out the competition of what kind or the types of phones that USP students possessed. We actually did a sample survey of about 1,000 students, and that also included a couple of staff from across the university, the wide faculties. Now, we found out that 32% of the students at that particular time owned about the smartphones, and 68% had what we call basic phones. They had SMS capabilities, but not internet browsing capabilities. Now, if we run a similar survey now, this chart probably would look much, much different, because over this time, a course of an year and a half, the hardware cost for mobile devices has gone drastically down. So probably the 32% section will probably hold a bigger share of this pie chart. Now, this analysis was very important because it gave us an idea as to what kind of projects should we mount, the projects that could be usable by our USP students, and hence most of our projects were targeted at using SMS technology. Also gathered from that particular survey and continuous surveys that we have been running throughout the semesters over the years, we have actually compiled a wish list of items. Students actually informing us what sort of services would they like to receive or to access from their mobile devices. I'm actually pleased to announce that we have actually taken out some of these wish list items and have actually implemented them, which you will get a sneak demo later on in this presentation. Things like the exam dates, it's a project that has been implemented, notifications of assignments, the grade alerts, and then things like that. We asked Gaurav to actually come and explain the mLearning architecture. Varunesh has actually been a key person who has been instrumental in implementing the USB SMS Gateway.
Thank you, Dinesh. Quite surprised I have to present. Uh, well, actually, all I need to say on these slides are that USP now has its own SMS system set up, which allows us to be sending in SMSs to students directly, to students' mobiles, either it be Vodafone, Digicel, or any other country. So we are connected with Vodafone and Digicel. Digicel to reach to our regions, and Vodafone basically locally. I think that's basically it all about this. We're also trying to use the USB net to reach to our regional campuses, just to make it a bit more cost effective. We do have some deals with Vodafone and Digicel, and it's quite a good deal that they gave us. And what's next?
Thanks, Varunesh. So what I was telling that the competition of the kinds of phones that are basically being possessed by the current USP students, it gave us an idea as to the kind of projects that we are going to mount. Most of these projects were geared towards using SMS technology rather than viewing a lot of information on the internet, for example. Now, these were the original 6 projects that we started off in the early 2011. Of this, we have actually been working on and have implemented about 3 projects. The other projects are actually work in progress. We are experimenting on this, on some of them, and actually researching them. You will obviously get details of this later on in the slides, so let's move on. What I wanted to speak about is the SMS bulk broadcast system, which Vivian has already mentioned. This was our original project, and this project now, with the installation of the USB SMS Gateway, we'll see a new project on its own when we'll be starting to use this system via our own USB Gateway. Currently, everything is done via email systems directly to Vodafone. So some of the highlights of this system in the current semester is that this particular system is, at this point in time, about 4 semesters old, and we have actually 27 courses who are currently using the system. This number was actually more in the semester prior to this. If you're not aware that you can actually use the system to send notices and alerts to your students in your course, particularly for those academics, please let us know. We will actually install this up in your Moodle shell. Now, one of the milestones achieved was that we can now actually broadcast our course messages to the region. So if we have DFL students, any interesting messages that pertains to a particular course and we'd like them to know as well, can be reached by them as well. And of course, the USB Campus Live is supported via this system as well. And this is how the basic architecture looks like for the time being. An email message which comprises of the SMS goes to the provider, and they are basically responsible for sending or broadcasting the message to our students out in the regions. Moving on, the kinds of things that we have actually been using this broadcast system was primarily to send out various notices, reminders, and alerts, all geared to let the students feel part of the course and not to let them feel that they are left behind and they cannot be contacting the lecturer at any point in time. They have a sense of connection with the course. And the results, we have been keeping a track of the results as to the impact of mLearning has on student performances. This result is actually from the course IS 1 to 2, and it covers up to the year 2011. And one of the trends that we have been seeing is bombarding them with alerts and reminders that you have to do this assignment, that your assignment is due in the next hour or in the next 6 hours. We feel that it has some impact on their improved performance as far as assignment 2 is concerned in here. Now comes the time that we would like to show you some real work that we have been doing in the mLearning project. So the mic now goes to our developers to take the stage.
Thank you, Dinesh. Okay, this is another project that we did. It's known as Moodle Gradebook. This is where a student sends a request to us, requesting for the coursework. Coursework is actually the assessment throughout the semester. So this helps the parents and the stakeholders, like those sponsors, to keep track of their students' performance. And this will be rolling out after mid-semester break. That is the second half of the semester. Okay, we'll be doing a demo, so I'd like all of you to participate. We'll show you how actually our gradebook works. So just for the purpose of this demo, there are 5 students in this class, and to get the grade for student 1, you text grade, and S1 is the student ID to this number. It's free, so you can all give it a try if you want. See what you get. This service is free. You can text.
Please, colleagues, if you can try this, it's free service. Vodafone has made it free. Thanks to Chaminda. He's here, no? I thought he'll be here, okay. This is free, just try to see how it will work. So, rate S2, text to 8638489. And this is what our students will be getting after a couple of weeks. And again, that service for the students will be free. Yeah, getting something? So that's what our students will get throughout the semester. If they need to know how they have performed in one of the assignments, they don't even have to go to Moodle to check. Okay, they can simply send an SMS, and of course it's there in front of them. Maybe a little bit better because the parents were able to get it.
Thank you all for participating. This is the third project, exam timetable. So when students, when they have their exams, they usually tend to forget their exam timetables, and they end up missing up on their paper. So we have this exam information app where they can request for exam timetable. I'd like to ask Rosie here of the aim of this exam timetable app.
The aim for this project is to cater for a number of students who miss out on their exams due to lack of knowledge or misunderstanding of their exam information.
And what are the functionalities of this exam information tab?
The service was very helpful during the piloting of the application in Lawthorpe Campus Semester 1. When students request for their exam information, we send them a SMS containing their exam date, time, venue and seat number. We managed to provide service to 43% of the courses in USP and 317 students within the 2 exam weeks. This semester, we will be extending this service to all campuses.
What Rosie is actually saying is that we launched this exam timetable app last semester, and we managed to cater for 43% of the course, and actually 317 students they used this application, so it helped a significant number of students. And this semester we'll be rolling this out to the region as well. that is our other campuses. So from here, I think over to Rona. Now we'll have a demo again. So this is just similar to the first demo that you did, but instead of grade, it's exam this time. So you can try it again. It's again free. It's the same number, so it's free. You got something? It gives you the course ID and time. Yeah, the course ID, the venue, the time, and your seat number.
Thank you, everybody. I'd advise you to keep holding on to your phone because we'll be having another demo of this the next slide. The next one is, which is still in work in progress now, is SMS quiz assessment. This is basically students attempting class assessment quiz in and out of the classroom. Sorry, in and out of the classroom. First, they just initiate, lecturers create quiz on Moodle, and they just send a notification to students that there's a quiz available via SMS. And then students request for this quiz. They initiate for this quiz, and this would be, for us, this would be a benefit to those students who especially can make it to classes, and during those classes they have assessments. So this would be a benefit to those students who are actually working or have other commitments to attend during this classroom quiz. We'll be having a demo for this, which I would ask you to send start to 394. You have to initiate this quiz by sending start to 394, and you'll get a set of questions, and you reply to them, and keep on answering them till you reach the end of the quiz. If you attempt this quiz, you'll notice that the type of questions that we have for this quiz are exact solution based type of questions, like multiple choice, true, false, and also fill in the blanks. Let's start to 394. Yeah, this one is also free thanks to one point. Please do attempt this quiz because we'll be having a draw straight after this presentation, and we'll be giving away a prize to lucky participants.
Please text start to 394. And we forgot to tell you that we have a number of prizes. iPad. I bluff. I said I bluff. We do have a prize though, yes. But as Rona, while you are doing that, as Rona was saying, it has multiple benefits, not only inside the classroom but for outside as well. Inside the classroom we could give the multiple choice or any sort of quiz and get it analyzed at the same time, and you have the data in front of you. You know whether to move to the next concept or not, or whether you need more explanation in the previous or your deliberations. Outside the classroom, as he was suggesting, it's very good for mature students, also for those who are working, and also for those who went out for field trips or other things, who have other duties. You can attempt the quiz, and that again goes direct to your grade books. It's easier for the course coordinators as well who handle large classes. Can we see if we have some people who have submitted? No? How are we doing? Have we gone through? Yes? No? Oh. Okay, we'll have a draw at the end of the sessions. Meanwhile, let's continue.
Thanks, colleagues, for your patience. I'm sure that there must be some questions as to why is this system so simple. Anyone just needs to know a student's ID number and then act on their behalf, and they get confidential information about their coursework marks. Well, this is just a very simple interface that we have actually given to you for this demonstration purpose. But the whole suite of security issues that may arise, we have all thought of that. Students' important coursework marks and other details will be kept confidential. And the other part probably is cost. How much money are you planning to spend? That department actually goes back to Vivian, and he'll be able to answer the money aspect of the system. Now, moving on to the next interesting projects that we would like to be working on. One of this is to develop an SMS-based system aimed at mounting essential student services on mobile. And one of these is the interesting one that we have all found, and that is to allow students register for their courses at the beginning of the semester via sending an SMS message. This will add on to the two ways of actually registering for a course, online and face-to-face. SMS enrollment would be another facility provided to students, hopefully at the beginning of next year, where they can enroll using. And this will also help them give notifications as to the number of courses that they are enrolled in, and also on courses they are on hold for, to let them know that they have some fines due as well. The next project, of course, is trying to access the course database. Interested, existing and other interested students wishing to get information about USP's courses. There are a lot of details that a course contains. How do they access them? Currently, they make a personal visit to USP, visit the faculty or the staff, or they go online and view our course database. This feature will allow them to simply SMS a course query to USP, and it responds them to certain facilities. But we will let Ms. Rosie tell us what exact functions are there.
Functionalities, let me see. One is to enable interested students and others to get information about courses they wish to pursue at USP. This information could be delivery modes, lecture times, prerequisites, lectures names, etc. Another would be the development of mobile web application that will allow the same information to be accessed on phones with internet browsing capabilities. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I think I should say thanks, Rosie. The next project, this is something that we are trying to see, accessing internet on mobile phones. If you think that that costs you a lot of money, then this project may provide a solution for USP students and probably for staff as well, to allow them to access internet content on their mobile phone, but get their credit off for the amount of credit that USP gives them. So their internet charges are actually billed to USP. Thanks to ITS, we have members of that department here. They've increased our quota. So if this system is put up and running, it will basically mean that now you can get more internet content on your mobile phones. You are basically charged USP's internet quota and not the mobile service provider. Well,
yes, sir. I think this is a great idea for USP. This will allow students to access internet by connecting to USP's internet service providers instead of using the internet service by mobile phone service providers. Hence, students use their student internet quota as browsing charges on their mobile devices instead of meeting service providers' browsing charges. I'm sure students would be pleased with this service.
And I hope staff as well. Moving on, this is the part, you must have been hearing that most of our projects are SMS based. This is the section where we are also catering that in the near future many students will have smartphones. So the next phase of the project is actually to look at various services, actually Moodle services, to be mounted so that students are able to get them on their mobile phones, actually on smartphones. In this particular part, we are actually investigating the new Moodle 2.0 that you are all familiar with now. It has got a Moodle on mobile feature, and we are actually experimenting on it and seeing how best we can use some of these facilities to be accessible on mobile phones. The second part of the project would be to mount essential USB services to be viewable on mobile web. And some of these things would be, of course, from the library. You should be allowed to search books from your mobiles and make reservations on them, and also a few other services from the student kiosk. And the third part, where we will actually need a lot of involvement from course coordinators, academics, and course developers, is to actually start developing courses which can be delivered on mobile phone. This is where we will involve some of you. I think this is where Vivian comes in and then wraps it off. Thanks.
Thank you, Dinesh. Our last project for next year probably would be edutainment. This is something which we really love, but let's see what Rosie is saying first.
Well, edutainment is simply entertainment that is designed to be educational. They can be in forms of games, film, music, etc. A good example of this is crossword puzzles and math games.
Thank you, Rosie. Basically what Rosie is saying is it's combining entertainment with education. Now this is another new concept which is being picked by developed countries, and they're looking at different ways how they can make the children learn. And the children learn when they enjoy. And they of course enjoy games. So if you have education built into games, it's quite effective. So this is one of the other projects which we have, which we are doing together with the help of JICA consultants. And we're building concepts. For example, there's a request from the Vanuatu campus that they want a module on English language, how students can learn English while they're also enjoying in a game form. So that's again something which we are now starting to work on. Well, colleagues, friends, that's all I have for mLearning, which we have for the symposium. I take this opportunity to thank the JICA consultants, I thank Vodafone, Digicel, and I thank my staff. Very passionate, very loyal, very hardworking. Yes. And of course, remember, they're not getting any cash bonuses or there's no benefit to them, but they're spending their time and energy to help out, only in the name of USP. Thank you very much.